Hey there, Gary Meek, living in Sacramento, California. And if you've ever thought about a lease option, this might be a plan for you. Thinking about or concerned about what the market's doing and worried that you might trying to buy at a time where the market's going to dip. A lot of people have that thought process, and I don't know, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm going to give you an option to get into a house right now and then not having to take the risk of the property values dipping in the next couple of years. So check it out right after this. All right, so we are out here in Rosemont. There is actually several areas that this lease option works, and we are out, like I said, in the Rosemont area today, but we also have the properties, addresses, and cities that work up here listed in the chat bar. So you're going to see that we do this lease option in the Sacramento region, Natomas, out here in Rosemont. It also works in Orangevale and Fair Oaks. It will work in Roseville, Rockland, Lincoln. So lots of areas. Make sure you give us a call and ask some questions about your area, see if it works for lease option. But let's walk through this property and talk about it a little further. All right, Gary Meek, I'm on the inside of this property now in Rosemont, and I kind of want to talk to you guys about the program itself. So we work with a national investor that will purchase properties based on people that want to lease them. So if you would like to find out what's going on, what the qualifications are, you can message us below in the chats, reach out to us with that phone number and ask all the questions. But I'm going to give you guys a quick recap, kind of understanding of what happens and how it works. So if you're interested in purchasing a property, but you're worried about the market, what's going to happen, how it's going to happen for the next couple of years, none of us know. No crystal ball, not a lot of inventory. Rates are still a little bit on the high side from what we've been used to the last couple of years. But for right now, think about this. Don't have the down payment to get into a standard property because you don't have 15 to 20,000 bucks or 5% to get in. You can get into this property for minimal amount, probably $6,000 to $7,000, rough estimate. And what it is you can qualify to get into this property. What our investor does is they will come in and buy this house cash, or a lot of other houses that are out in the marketplace. A couple of things you need to know. You got to have a 620 credit score. You need to make 2.5 times whatever the lease payment's going to be. And you're going to have up to 5 years to purchase this property from the investor. So you're going to have a set rent amount. Rent's probably going to be a little higher than the current rental market, but because you're not putting a lot down, you really don't have a whole bunch invested up front, which is going to save you and allow you to have some money kind of in your pocket just in case anything happens. Great thing is, because you're the tenant on this property, the owner actually takes care of any damage, any kind of repairs, water heater, garbage disposal fixes, things like that. They take care of that while you're the tenant. So if the market comes crashing down 10, 20%, like I said, no crystal ball, I'm not making any suggestions or believe in what's going to happen in the market. But if the market does come down, so this house is going to list for about $425, and if the investor buys it cash, they're going to have a set rent price for you, and they're going to have a set purchase price. Each year that is going to increase. 3.5% is going to increase on your lease payment. 5% is going to be what the purchase price increases over that 5 years. You can pull the trigger and you can purchase this property at any time during the 5 years. And then you get to own it. You'll get a standard loan. You'll do your normal thing, getting pre-approved with one of our partners for mortgages. But if for some reason the market does come crashing down and you're like, hey, this house was $425 or $450, but the market says it's only worth $350, you don't need to purchase it. You get to walk away, you get your deposit back, and you can go buy the house across the street or in a different neighborhood for what the current going prices are. Now, if the market escalates and continues to go up like it has been, then you're going to be set in. It's going to be locked in purchase price for you over those next 5 years. Now, I personally did this back in 2016. I used the same lease option, was able to lease my property, lived in it for a couple years, was able to purchase it. and then actually sold mine as life changed and we needed to move. But this property right here, like I said, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,378 square feet. Rent on this would probably be about $2,500, and I would say your lease payment's probably gonna be $2,800. So like I said, it's a little higher, so you're paying a little bit of a premium, but at the same time, if the market dips 5%, 10%, you're not losing out on that equity position, and you'll be ultimately walk away from the property you want to. Now, like I said, if it's moving up in price and value, you're locked in. So if the prices go up by 10% in a year, you're locked in at 5%. So you would be ultimately buying this property with equity position. So would love the opportunity to share with you more about our program. Would like to find out if you qualify. You want to just ask questions, how it works. We've done probably 20-ish of these over the last couple years. And I think it's a great program for those, like I said, just not ready to buy. Maybe your circumstances are that you just can't qualify today, or you're trying to kind of figure out what's going to happen in your life. You know, I've had people going through divorces. I've had people starting up new companies, and they just don't qualify for a standard mortgage today, but they will in a year or two. This might be the program for you. Would love to, like I said, share with you, talk to you. Feel free to reach out in the messaging below, send us an email, and let's see if we can help you get into your next house and enjoy home ownership. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.